Okay, good stuff, Melanie. Basically, you're tracking your mood. That's fantastic. Good stuff. Good key. I think one of the key could probably be a little bit easier to understand if it was one line for sad, and then two for okay, and then three for happy, and then four for very happy. That way, you don't have an anomaly. You have just a common set of icons. The more lines there are, the happier you get. That's really easy to lock in, and I think that would probably be a little bit more expeditious than adding this one kind of. If you take a look at these, okay, it's that kind of thing. Okay, what doesn't belong in this group, and that would be the one, right? So think about that. And then we have the different days of the week represented by the different colors. I think that, if we put a line in there to separate the days, and then also Wednesday just seems to be a lot wider than the other days. That confused me at first. It really did. I'll be honest with you. I think that the days of the week I, I wonder if the color could be different. Like right now, this almost looks like this Monday and Tuesday almost looks like one day. Those colors are almost identical. So I think that we really delineate a big difference in color will definitely help. And then, just try to distinguish the days a little bit more distinctly than what we have here. Okay. Now we've got a data set here that I think is pretty generalized. And the reason I say that is because right now you're saying, okay, I felt pretty happy on Monday. On Tuesday, I felt okay. On Wednesday, I felt sad. On Thursday, okay, and down the line, right? But wouldn't it be interesting if we were able to kind of add something to this? So here we have Monday. So up here you have up here. So this is like 8 o'clock till noon. All right, then there would be a line here, and then noon till 4, and then 4 till 8, and then 8 till midnight, and then show your mood in those time intervals in each particular day. Instead of saying, okay, I felt sad all day, maybe you just say, okay, so how did I feel during this time period here, this time period here, this time period here, right? And then so now you really have some useful data that you can start to synthesize in and start determining meaning and finding things that are contributing to these, see, patterns, in other words. So my recommendation is to add not only the days of the week, but the hours in the day. You can do intervals too. You can even do whatever intervals you want, maybe 3 or 4 intervals during the day, and then you would have this key on each one, right? That's about as far as I want to go. I don't want to direct this. This has to be your idea, right? But I think that would be a lot more easy to understand. I think it would also point us in the direction of gathering data that we can start to synthesize into useful knowledge, as opposed to just saying, okay, Monday I was sad. So what hours were you more sad? What hours were you so wide? Then when we start to add some time and really make some delineations based on time and the day of the week, then we can start looking at using this data to draw further meaning, like, okay, what happens on Mondays between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the afternoon that's making you sad? Then you can start using this data to assign meaning to different portions of your life. Does that make sense? Now, in order to do this, you might have to do another set of data. If you can remember, or even just do a couple of days and try to truncate that information. But I think that would really be an interesting way to go. If you can't swing it, then I would say at least try to indicate, maybe an indication of where, what portion of the day you felt sad, what portion of the day you see what I'm saying? So just try to assign a little deeper, one level deeper of meaning, if that makes sense. It's an abstract code, which kind of is assigning at this point abstract meaning. So, we really want to get this to a point where you understand it. We understand it, but now we want to say, okay, let's add a little bit more meaning here to make more sense of this data. I hope I'm making sense. I think it's a really critical point and one that I really want you to understand. So if I'm not making sense, let me know, and I'll be glad to clarify. But that's my only recommendation. Other than that, I think it's a great idea. Really good work. All right, great job, Melanie. Thanks so much for sharing.